After an exhaustive year-long search across 60 countries, Elite has finally found its next generation of elite models. Marilea from France, the winner, Gillian from the UK, and Manuela from Switzerland are 3 of the lucky 15 girls, each winning a professional contract with Elite Model Management worldwide at the World Final in Shanghai. Some of them have travelled to New York and are preparing for their next major challenge, their first ever fashion season. We will discover how Pauline, one of last year's finalists, and elite top model Sigrid Agren are both living out their dreams as professional working models. And we'll see how 3 generations of models rush and race from castings to fittings and finally to the all-important shows. Who will be chosen as the lucky few to walk? US agent Kwok met the girls in Shanghai and now welcomes them to his New York office. His job is to train and present them to the casting directors.
There was a lot of great girls there. Of course, if I could bring everybody here, but I can't. I want to really find who are the one physically that is ready and to trying to bring them to New York and see are they mentally ready.
The fashion world and Fashion Week in particular are extremely demanding. Being beautiful is not enough. It's also about being ready, comfortable in your skin, and mentally strong.
Marilea, I see she has a huge, huge, huge future. So I think at this time, I really feel like what we need to do is to nurture her, to help her understand, to ease her into the market.
It's too soon for Marilea this year. But for Manuela and Gillian, it's time to make this important leap.
Hello, I'm Manuela, I come from Switzerland and I'm 16 years old. I want to become a model because I love it to present me in front of the camera. I like it to walk with high heels. Beauty is for me, in one word, happiness.
Manuela is ready to go. She's just excited to be here. She's like, oh, I'm here. She's a big sunshine when she walks into the room, and she doesn't care if you send her home tomorrow. She's okay, bye, I had a great experience. So it's such a great attitude. So that's why I really feel like she's a girl is gonna really do so well and is so ready.
The model life is very, very excited for me. I always wanted to be a model, and when I won this 3rd place in Shanghai, my life completely changed.
My name is Gillian, I'm 17 and I'm from Britain. My favourite thing about my country is the traditional Scottish music. Beauty is elegance.
Those are the girls actually now they were closer to the age, now 18 years old, and they're finishing their education. So they are coming to New York to really explore and develop into the international model.
I'm here in New York after Shanghai, and I love New York. It's so amazing. Everything is so big and huge, and I really love it.
Pauline, a previous Elite Model Look winner, is touching down in New York. She might be a year older than Manuela and Gillian in the fashion world, but she too must prove herself this year.
She's very clever. She knows how to talk to people. She's not going to be afraid to have contacts with casting directors, clients.
She has an amazing personality, and she has this fantastic body. She fits the clothes perfectly.
The New York Fashion Week is very special because it is the first fashion week of a month of different fashion week in 4 different cities. All the casting directors are in New York to see all the new girls.
The casting directors are pretty much the same in New York, London, and Paris, and Milan.
It's very important to meet casting directors because when they know you, it's easier to get shows, fashion shows.
The girls arrive at the New York agency and are introduced to Kwok and his team.
When the girls first arrive, what we do is that, we sit down and we're trying to talk to them. And the first week, of course, for us to kind of look at how they dress and how their body is and do they need to, and how they adjust New York City.
It takes a lot of work to get a model ready for the casting. She needs to work on the presentation, it means her style, the way she talks.
Immediately, our aspiring young models are coached. There's no time to waste. The important castings are about to start, and there is serious competition ahead.
Up. Yeah, and let it breathe. Now. It's better. Yeah, that's better. That's the rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hundreds of girls are vying for the opportunity to walk for some of the world's most esteemed designers. Our new faces need to stand out from the rest and capture the casting director's eye.
My secret is, in a way, I don't want to say mom and I don't want to say father because I would never take that position, but it's more like an uncle. I'm there to protect them. One of the most important things for me is, it is their mental health. It is not about anything else.
Kwok and his team are here to support the girls, giving them invaluable industry insights and advice. Nothing can be left to chance.
It's important to have support when we are far from home.
Instead of pushing these girls so hard and so soon and so fast, as an agent, we have to really look at what is the big picture.
And it's really nice to have that sort of backing. Hopefully I can live up to his expectations.
It's really important that he believes in you and you trust him and trust whatever he asks you to do.
If you have great, healthy mentally, they are successful in anything they do, especially coming to New York, and it's such a big, crazy city like this.
It only takes a dream to show what I can be. The branches I take hold.
So now we will run from casting to casting, and it's very stressful, but let's go.
You're gonna line up to walk. And remember to sign in.
It's a competitive industry. You have to be competitive with yourself, but don't look at other girls around you and compete with them.
Sometimes it can be really intimidating if it's a designer that I like. I feel like really sort of self-conscious and introverted. Sometimes like the lift doors open or the door opens and there's just like a sea of girls and you're just like, I'm going to be here for hours.
Even if you're doing your best during castings, you can do everything you can, be nice and be as beautiful as you can or anything. Sometimes when you don't fit the job, you don't. You can't do anything about it.
Enjoy. This is a business. Don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you.
The New York castings can be compared to a marathon with its hectic and punishing schedule.
Now I did Calvin Klein, it was very good. I tried some clothes on, but I have to rush because my next casting shoot is at 12, but it's 12:15.
Competition is fierce as hundreds of models compete for a life-changing chance to be chosen to walk the international runways. The bookers keep a close eye on the girls' progress. It's a balancing game of determination and patience.
Yeah, but the feeling is at 7, so I don't think I can make it at 7. Is that okay if I'm a little bit late?
I hate when we are in time and after that the casting directors take so long.
I'm not entirely sure if we're going in the right direction to the next casting.
The whirlwind of casting continues as the girls frantically travel across town from castings to fittings.
304 Hudson Street, go to West.
What's the address? Address, you see?
304 Hudson Street.
For some of these young girls, the long hours and being so far away from home can be tough.
You are alone, you have to go your own way, and sometimes it's hard because you miss your family and everything.
The part of the modeling industry, a lot of people don't realize is that everybody thinks it's so beautiful and so glamorous, but you're alone a lot of the time how to be adjust and how to adjust the environment that you are in.
One thing that's different from back home to here is that New York is obviously like a lot busier. I sort of live in a small town.
But Jillian hasn't been in a big city or haven't been away from home. So she actually was homesick. Like after the third day she came in, like the casting, you know, or seeing the clients, we're having her catwalk. She was so happy the first day she came in. Then the third day she came in, literally, she's like, I'm really homesick.
We never stop from the morning really early to the night, like here. And I'm not finished because I have more castings and fittings, so it's really, really long day.
It's really tiring and busy.
In the evening I'm so tired and I go straight to bed. My secret to do every castings very good is to sleep well and a lot.
This is one of the hardest business for mentally for these young girls, because there's no books out there to study how to be a successful model. It is all here.
It's really, really nice, but hard, but nice.
Oh my god, I have to go to the agency. I stop all my castings because they have good news for me, but I don't know what.
Good news from the Elite London office. Manuela has been booked to walk for Mulberry, the luxury British brand.
Yes. Are you excited?
Yes, very.
It's showtime. The world's most influential tastemakers, photographers, and international press have congregated at New York Fashion Week to celebrate the beginning of the new fashion season. All eyes are on top model of the moment, Sigrid Agren, also discovered by Elite Model Look.
Sigrid. She is a girl that in the industry, everybody knows her name. You know, she's the face of Chanel. So of course with her, we get to select and pick what show we would like her face to be seen. That's the fun part in a lot of agent, because then you could kind of mold and kind of vision how to set this girl's tone and still to position her in what show.
La particularité de la Fashion Week ici à New York, je pense que c'est la jeunesse des designers par rapport aux institutions un petit peu de la mode qu'il peut y avoir à Milan ou à Paris. C'est des designers beaucoup plus jeunes et c'est intéressant de travailler avec cette nouvelle génération et de voir leur évolution. Il y a qui d'autre comme fille sur le show?
Il y a Cora Emmanuel, Lindsay Wixon. Me, I'm an international model scout. I travel everywhere in the world to find the girls that can potentially become stars tomorrow. And this is what I do. Yes, it's a real job. So we're going to Jason Wu. It's the first very important show of the week. It's a young designer who is supported by goddess of fashion, Anna Wintour. Wherever she goes makes a show important.
Oh, la pression, non, l'excitation plutôt.
I make sure that all our girls are safe on time, they're okay.
dernière saison, il y a beaucoup d'Hollandaises. Avant, il y a eu les Suédoises. Et là, je dirais que c'est le temps des Françaises.
New York Fashion Week, where many friendships were formed, is now coming to an end. Manuela is heading to London to open her first show, Mulberry, one of the most anticipated shows during London Fashion Week.
I never opened a show, and it's very important, this show, and I'm so happy. Everything is very stressful, but I enjoyed it so much. It was great, and I enjoyed my work. In Milan, I did a lot of shows. I was very happy that I could do. For example, Fendi with Karl Lagerfeld. I met him. I was very excited because I love him.
After a successful London and Milan Fashion Week, Manuela is in Paris, the world capital of fashion.
Now we are backstage by Cédric Charlier in Paris.
It's both a daunting and exciting moment for Manuela as she gets ready backstage for her first show in Paris.
It's not every time very easy. When I walk on the catwalk, before it's very stressful, but you have to calm down and say, I'm the best, I can that, and then let's go. Another wish is that I can have a lot of great jobs and be a great model.
Manuela's Fashion Week is in full swing. She walks 3 shows a day, catching the eye of many luxury brands, including the prestigious fashion house Dior.
Just came out from the Dior show. It was amazing and I enjoyed the show very much. We got this present, my first present, and I love it. J'adore Dior.
We open the doors for them, but at the end of the day they have to stay in it. They have to maintain the relationship with the photographer, the stylist, the designers, because once we open that door, it is up to you.
The model life is very excited. You travel a lot, you met some very nice girls and this important person, the designers and everything. It's another world.
You cannot have all the job and you have to accept that sometimes you're not the good model for this job. And it's really hard. It's not that easy. You have to be really strong.
It takes time, you know. I think everyone, you know, sometime in this business, people always think, oh, the girl happened overnight. No girl happened overnight. It takes 2 to 3 years to get on track.
Have a good time and feel at the end of it like I've achieved something, that I've done something good. Because if I don't feel that sense of like achievement in a way, I don't see the point in doing it.
When you walk on the catwalk, it looks amazing, and I always wanted to be also on this catwalk. And I like the high heels, presenting in front of the camera, everything. It's the perfect thing for me.
For these girls that come, even though they get nothing out of it, all I want them to do is when they leave, it's like, oh my God, I had such a great trip. Because you know what that means? That means they're gonna wanna come back. So, and I'm happy.